What's up guys, my name's Brandon and today we're going to be checking out the brand new Google Pixel 4 XL. We're going to be unboxing it, setting it up, comparing it to the Pixel 3a and the iPhone 11 Pro Max and more. So shout out to Google, they were nice enough to send over the brand new Pixel 4. I'm not sure what color or storage size we get, but let's just go ahead and get into the unboxing. So you can see right here, we see making help magical, and then we have the made by Google hashtag and the Google logo there. When we open it up, you can see we get a really nice presentation here. We do have some cards here that are basically telling you about the Google Pixel 4 itself. We can just go ahead and set those off to the side. But you can see here, the packaging is really nice for the Pixel 4 here. Obviously we have the Google colors there. Let's go ahead and take that on out. We do also have something right below that. We have a little piece of paper here. I would imagine that this is the case. And yes, it is the case for the Google Pixel 4 XL. So hopefully I did get the new orange colorway, but we will see. This does come in 3 color options. We have the just black, the clearly white, and also the limited edition oh so orange. That's the orange one there. So we're just gonna set all of this off to the side and get into the Google Pixel 4 itself. So you can see the box here, very colorful, very cool looking. You can see there we have like Google on the sides and P4 up top. So let's go ahead and take off the little peel tabs down here and check out which Pixel 4 we got. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's inside of the box here. So let's go ahead and take this top off, and we got the clearly white. So we got the clearly white Pixel 4 here. I was kind of expecting to see the limited edition oh so orange color, but definitely not disappointed here with the clearly white. So let's go ahead and take this guy on out. Let's go ahead and see what else we have in the box here as well. So we have our little pamphlet here with our SIM eject tool and things like that. We do have our USB-C to USB-C right there, as well as an adapter. And in here we do have our 18-watt fast charger. So pretty much everything you would expect to see in the box, you got in the box here with the Google Pixel 4. So let's go ahead and take this wrapper off and talk about the Pixel 4 and how it compares to the competition. And there it is in its entirety. Man, this thing feels really good in the hand, really good in the hand. I really love the look of the white with the orange and black accents on the side. I think that's a really, really clean look, especially since the front is like all black. You would never be able to tell it's the clearly white until you turn it all the way around. I really like the contrast between the colors here. So let's go ahead and boot it up and then take a look around the device itself. So the Google Pixel 4 XL starts at $899 for the 64GB model, and then it goes up to $999 for the 128GB model. And there's no micro SD expansion, so you're stuck with either 64 or 128GB. And of course, on the right side, we do have the power button and then our volume rockers down here. On the left-hand side, we have our SIM tray right there. As you can see, it is just a solo SIM tray. We don't get dual SIM. However, we do have eSIM capability. And then up top, you can see we do have the microphone cutout. On the bottom, we have our speakers, of course, and our USB-C connector right there. And on the back side, we do have the Google logo down at the bottom, a very minimal look. Similar to the iPhones, we just have the Google logo, no other text below it or anything like that. And then we have our dual camera module right here. And this thing is actually smaller than I thought it would be, and it doesn't protrude as much as you would think. It's actually less protruding than the iPhone camera bump. Let me just go ahead and pull the iPhone 11 Pro Max over here so you can see a comparison between the camera bumps on these two devices. A little bit similar, but definitely the iPhone 11 Pro Max has a bigger setup here. Obviously, we do have 3 cameras as well compared to 2, but still. And as far as how much the camera bump protrudes out, you can see there, it's definitely a little bit more prominent on the iPhone 11 Pro Max here compared to the Google Pixel 4 XL, but not a major difference. Both of them are pretty minimal there. And of course, if we compare the back here to the Google Pixel 3a, you can see a pretty noticeable difference. Of course, there's a big price difference between these two as well, but the Pixel 3a was the phone that was released earlier this year from Google. So you can see that we have the single camera compared to the dual camera setup. We have the fingerprint sensor on the back of the Pixel 3a, but we do have Face ID, Face Unlock on the Pixel 4. And obviously the Pixel 4 feels a lot better in the hand than the Pixel 3a. It's a lot more sturdy, made of better materials and things like that. So definitely gonna be a nice upgrade over the Pixel 3a. If you're coming from the Pixel 3a, definitely notice a difference right away, even when you pick it up, and everything's gonna be better about the Pixel 4 compared to the Pixel 3a, especially when it comes to unlocking the actual phone, which I'll talk about here in a minute. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and set up the Pixel 4 here, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the specs and the display, the cameras, all that fun stuff after we run through this quick setup process. And man, I'm so used to the iPhone setup process where it's so quick and easy. You just transfer from one device to another. You don't have to put in any passwords or anything like that. So I wish it was a little bit faster here, but that's to be expected with Android. They don't have that super fast transferring data over from one device to another. They just don't have that down pat just yet. But so you can see right here, it says copy apps and data. So we did have to put in our Wi-Fi and things like that before we finally got to the screen here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to copy the data over from my Pixel 3a here over to the Pixel 4. That way I don't have to re-download all my apps and contacts and things like that. So let's just go ahead and do next. And we're just going to use the USB-C to USB-C here to connect both of these guys together so we could go ahead and transfer the data over. And we're just going to go ahead and click on copy. And I don't have too much to transfer over, so this should go pretty quickly. So I will have to put in my password over here. And then you can see right here, we have the option of what we want to be transferred over to the new Pixel. I'm just gonna go ahead and click on copy, and you can see it starts right there. Now I do like how the Pixel shows all the data that's gonna be transferred and details about what's going to be transferred over. I think that's something that iOS can take a note from. All right, so my Pixel 3a actually died in the middle of the data transfer. So let's go ahead and try this again. Fortunately, there were no kind of errors or anything like that. And you can see it was pretty much done. So that was very, very quick there. So let's just go ahead to next on here, and we are done with the Pixel 3a. And now we get to set up the face unlock. So this is the thing I'm probably most excited about with the Pixel 4 XL, the Pixel 4 in general. I've heard a lot about how great the face unlock is. So let's just go ahead and test this out. You can see here it says glasses or lightly tinted sunglasses are okay. And you can see right here it says looking at the phone can unlock it when you don't intend to. So it says your phone can be unlocked by someone else if it's held up to your face, even if your eyes are closed. So I'm not sure why Google, the Pixel would even advertise that as a feature. I don't think that's very secure. You can't do that with the iPhone or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see if that's actually an issue moving forward. But let's go ahead and set this up and see what it's all about. So we get a little demo there of what to do. All right, so that was a very similar setup to how the iPhone does it, except for this time we got like a little Google Globe, and it was a little bit different than the iPhone, but a very similar setup to Face ID on the iPhone. So let's go ahead and click on done. And now you can see here we have the option for squeeze for your assistant. This is actually my preferred way to access Google Assistant. Now we have the option to set up Google Pay. I'm not gonna do that for now. I will add that up later. And then we do also have quick gestures right here, showing how to skip songs and silence interruptions with a simple gesture above the phone. So you can see there, basically you just swipe your hand across and it will do that. I'll just go ahead and turn that on. I do like that feature. And then you can see right here, we have make your lock screen smarter. When you're nearby, the display turns on. Face Unlock also recognizes you faster as soon as you reach for your phone. So I think this is a pretty cool feature. Definitely something I wish like the iPhone had or something like that. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. I think that's gonna be a pretty cool feature right here. And then you have these other things that you could set up as well. I'm not gonna do those. Let's just go ahead and get into the phone. So the display is one of the biggest selling points for the Pixel 4 this year. A lot of people are gonna talk about the photos and the face unlock and things like that, but the display is going to be one of the biggest selling points. And DisplayMate, the website DisplayMate, actually gave the Pixel 4 an A+ rating, and they actually got a Best Smartphone Display award. So the display on the Pixel 4 is no joke. It's an OLED display, and they have the always desired 90 Hertz refresh rate, and Google's calling them the smooth display. You could also have the option to toggle between 60 and 90 Hertz if you want. Now the regular Pixel 4 has a 5.7-inch display, but this Google Pixel 4 XL right here has a 6.3-inch display with a resolution of 1440 by 3040 and a pixel density of 537 ppi. And you can see the screen comparison here to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, a very, very similar look. Of course, we don't have the notch on the Google Pixel 4 XL here, whereas we do on the iPhone 11 Pro. So a lot of people are going to like the Google Pixel 4 better for that reason. And we do have Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and the back of the Google Pixel 4 XL, so it will be very tough and durable. Now inside of the Pixel 4, we have the Snapdragon 855 processor with an Adreno 640 GPU. So of course, this will be blazing fast. We'll see if it's faster than the iPhone 11 Pro. I will be running a brief speed test between those two to see if it's going to be faster, but we do also have 6 gigabytes of RAM inside of the Pixel 4. In terms of battery life in the Google Pixel 4 XL, we do have a 3700 milliamp hour battery, and if you get the normal Pixel 4, you will have a 2800 milliamp hour battery, so a pretty big difference in battery sizes there. Of course, if you want better battery life, you should definitely pay the extra $100 to get the XL version. Now, while we're on the front here, let's discuss the front facing camera, which I would say is a little bit underwhelming this year. So we have a single firing 8 megapixel f2.0 lens here with no autofocus, and it also only shoots in 1080p. So it's a pretty weak selfie camera for pictures, but we do get super fast Face ID and Face Unlock. And let's go ahead and test that out actually while we're at it. So let's go ahead and lock our phone and do the Face Unlock. And yeah, that unlocked really quick. Let's just go ahead and do it again. And you can see there, I don't have to press anything. I don't have to tap the screen or anything like you have to do on the iPhone. You basically just put it up to your face and it unlocks very, very quickly. And man, that is definitely faster than the iPhone 11. Let me just go ahead and show you guys for comparison here. You can see there we unlock, and of course for the iPhone you do have to swipe up from the bottom to go to the home screen as well. So it's a lot more convenient on the Google Pixel 4. Obviously it's not going to be as secure as the iPhone is in terms of, you can actually open up the Google Pixel 4 with your eyes closed, whereas you cannot do that on the iPhone. But I do like how quick the Google Pixel 4 unlocks your phone there and goes straight to the home screen. I do really like that. That's definitely going to be convenient when using this device. I do also like how we don't have the fingerprint sensor on the back. That was always really annoying to me. That was something we had earlier this year with the Pixel 3a. I really didn't like that. Didn't feel good when you had your finger back here. And it would always get smudgy and things like that. And it would just take away from the whole aesthetic on the back. So I really like how clean the Google Pixel 4 looks here. It looks really, really clean. Love the material, love everything about it. Now, speaking of that back side here, we do have that dual camera setup here. On the rear, we have a 12.2 megapixel f1.7, which is the wide angle lens. And then we have a 16 megapixel f2.4, which is the telephoto lens. So we don't have a super wide, we just have a wide and a telephoto lens, unlike the iPhone 11, where we got the wide angle lens. So a lot of people are disappointed in that. I'm not gonna judge yet until I actually try out the camera myself. But it is a little bit underwhelming, again, to have 2 cameras at a $799 price tag, whereas the competitors have 3. And also what's a little bit disappointing is that the camera can only shoot video in 4K 30, so you don't get 4K 60 video, which is a little bit disappointing, especially since the iPhone just already dominates the video game. So I would have really liked to see Google at least, give it some competition, at least have some competition for the iPhone, but it seems like it's gonna be a very easy, clean sweep for the iPhone this year in terms of video quality. Now, before I forget, let's go ahead and unbox the case here that was sent along with the Google Pixel 4 XL. We do have these little tabs on the side to open up the case, just like we did for the Google Pixel 4 itself. So you can see here we have a gray case with little orange accents. I actually like the look of this case. It's like a cloth material. It feels really good. And you can see it's microfiber on the inside, that orange color. Let's go ahead and throw it on in there. Goes in very, very easily. I like the way this feels in the hand, feels really good, and we don't lose that little orange accent for the power button, which I like. We also have a little protrusion here for the volume rockers, which is nice. And then on the bottom, you can see there, it doesn't cover it all the way, which I usually like to have it covered all the way, but it's still not bad. That makes it easy to get in and out as well. And then of course we do have the Google logo on the back in orange right there as well, and a perfect cutout for the cameras. So I like the case. I'll definitely be using it on my Google Pixel 4 here. And finally, I just wanted to do a brief little speed test here between the Google Pixel 4 XL and the iPhone 11 Pro Max here, opening up an application like YouTube. For some reason, my applications are downloading really slow here, so I may do more if they finish up, but let's just go ahead with YouTube in 3, 2, 1. Press at the same time there, and it looks like the Google Pixel 4 XL definitely won there. We're still waiting on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So very impressive from the start here for the Google Pixel 4 XL. If you guys want a full in-depth speed test, let me know down in the comments below. So that is the Google Pixel 4 XL in the clearly white colorway here. That was the setup, the comparison, all that fun stuff. Look for my full review coming a little bit later next week. I will also be doing a little bit more in-depth camera comparisons and things like that as well. This was just really overall my first impressions of the device and everything like that. So let me know what you think about the Google Pixel 4, Google Pixel 4 XL. A lot of people are disappointed in it, but I do love the way that 90 Hertz feels on the screen. It feels really, really good. Definitely a big upgrade over the iPhone 11. and any previous phone that I've used, I haven't really used a 90 hertz phone. So this feels really good to use, very fluid. I really like that as well. So we will be testing out the camera, like I said, and things like that later on. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe so you don't miss any of my future Pixel videos. And again, big shout out to Google for sending this over for review. I really do appreciate it. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.